Darth Vader.
Well. It's me, it's Ken. What's going on, my friends? New York Comic Con. Saturday is slowly wrapping up. The main floor is closed, and we're now down in Artist Alley. And we're going to talk to some of the cool people we meet at Artist Alley. So look at this. This says Through a Field of Stars. Through a Field of Stars is a series of books written by one and only Brian John Skillen. And I said, let me ask about what is this historical fantasy trilogy all about? And here to tell me all about it is the man himself.
Hey everybody!
Brian John Skillen, how are you, sir? Welcome to New York Comic Con. I don't think I've met you here before.
No, it's the very first time that we've been here. We've done C2E2 and a lot of other cons all over the place, but this is our first time in New York, and we're stoked to be here.
It's awesome. So what can you tell me about this series?
Awesome. So our series, it's the Through a Field of Stars trilogy. It's the first book the way. It's about a secret code of the Knights Templar on the Camino de Santiago, which is an ancient pilgrimage that stretches across Spain. We actually walked over 1,500 miles across Spain doing research for it, right? And so it's like, you know, you're watching The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, and you're like, I want to go to the Shire. With this, you can actually go visit all the castles, all the cathedrals, everything. So it becomes a fantasy world that you can visit today. And the coolest part is, we've actually had people read the book and they go to Spain and then they send us photos of them in front of the castles. It's really amazing.
They should be holding your book in front of the castle.
Exactly. Well, they should be, but books are pretty heavy, and when you're walking across Spain...
Oh, let them complain then, fine.
So yeah, so we have a complete trilogy, so award-winning trilogy, so it's The Way, Back, and Home. And
beautiful covers, too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we had them hand-painted.
Hand-painted?
Yeah, so each of our covers is hand-painted, and The Way, the Camino de Santiago, is also called The Way sometimes, and there's a saying on there that says, for every pilgrim who walks the Camino, there's a star in the Milky Way. So that's Through a Field of Stars. It's all the pilgrims that you meet along the way.
So what inspired you to come up with this? What made you do this?
Great story. So in 2017, I was taking a pilgrimage walking across Spain. I got to this place called Castle Jerez, which is this hilled city with a castle on top. I was like, oh, I look like I'm in Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings. Where am I? And I checked into the hostel there, and the stamp for the city was the Cross of Jerusalem, which has 5 Templar crosses on it. And I was like, oh, the Knights Templar. The guy's like, what do you know about the Knights Templar? I said, I don't know. What do you know? And we got to this great conversation about the history of the Templars in Spain, as well in that region. And the next morning, I woke up. I had my dance shoes. I was a professional dancer at the time. I was teaching dance all over the world. I took out my dance shoes and I left them outside a closed second-hand store. And I said to the universe, to God, I said, I'll trade these in for a story. And after that, this book played like a movie in my head. The people I met became characters. The things that I saw went into the secret code. So it all just came together.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that's when I came into the story. His now wife.
Yeah.
Because he came back to the States and after writing this book, well, we just started dating. We just started dating, and he's like, I'm going to share this story with you. It's the best thing ever. And I was like, okay, do I be truthful or do I lie? What should I do? And so I told him that it had a lot of potential, but it needed some work.
And I'm very happy she told me it needed some work. And you know, we're married, so it worked, you know, like.
And then we spent the next like 2 years after that point editing it, going through revisions, editing it more to get it to like the point where it is now.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's my contribution to it.
It's good, and she just segued right in. That was really great.
Yeah, she's amazing.
I didn't even have to signal her to get up.
So
I like that.
The other contribution that Chelsea doesn't really like history very much.
I'm just not a history book.
So we have this awesome book here, right? Lots of stuff.
Secret code.
The secret code is actually based off of a 25-letter alphabet because the letter J didn't exist in the Middle Ages. But the coolest part is back here. Chelsea isn't as a history buff as I am. She's like, you need to take all this out and put it in the back. So we put in an appendix of all the historical people and places, so you don't have to go running to Wikipedia to look them up. So it's pretty cool.
Wikipedia gets changed too much, so this is probably a good thing.
Exactly, yeah.
And
so
the people the people that aren't historical are based on people that we met on the Camino.
Yeah.
That's wild.
After the first one, then I joined them for 2 Caminos to do
second and third. Yeah.
All right, so tell me, how are you enjoying New York Comic Con?
Oh, we're loving it. The best fans here. We've had a lot of people come. Actually, we've had people come from who met me in Ireland when I was teaching dance. They came, like other people came. It's been a really good time.
What kind of dance were you teaching?
I've taught swing dancing and blues dancing.
Wow.
We've actually taught in over 32 countries around the world.
That's wild.
But yeah, COVID actually shut down my dance business, which is when we decided to start publishing. So I had this book, and COVID wiped out my business. And I was like, well, I got this book, let's run a Kickstarter for it. And so we raised over 10 grand in 30 days for the book one. And
If I had a bell, I'd ring it.
I know, right? Exactly. Big party. And so we were able to pay for editing and covers and all that good stuff.
Sweet,
which
sweet,
then
sweet.
helped us become award winning.
Very cool, very cool. All right, listen, you gave me the whole scoop. What's coming up next?
Oh, I've got a very, very
Can you tell us? Can you tell anything about
I
it?
don't know if I can tell you, but it involves dragons.
I like
very,
that.
Very
It's
cool.
going to be a YA book.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be huge.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really big.
I'm excited.
Well, I wish you all the best, and I thank you both for talking to me. All right, kids, that's how we wrap it up. We're going to thank Brian John Skillen and Chelsea Blank Skillen. I don't know the middle name. Sorry. I'm getting creative. I'm burnt out from Comic-Con, everybody. Shut up. Stop shaking your heads back there at home. All right, so hey, I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed talking to them. And look, I'm going to have links for you to buy all 3 books because you're going to buy 3 books. As I said, to buy the 3 books. And that's it. So listen, man, listen. Through a field of stars, it's me, Ken Pierce. I come for you, speaking not in codes and not in distant languages, but in habla Brooklynese. Thank you for watching. Do me a favor, 3 favors, okay? Since there's 3 books, we'll say 3 favors. Subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, a like, and leave a comment on the video. I know you're going to comment on the video because you want to hear me answer you. I will answer you. So know you're a foe. Bye.